So today I wanted to talk about kind of what I'm excited for about returning to kind of, I guess, normalcy, whatever that's going to mean going forward. Um, yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a new quote normal. We'll see. But my school, they say that everyone's going to be back in person in September. Um, I don't know about that. It seems like Uh, that's a lofty goal. I mean, not in the US. I'm in Canada, and we're a bit behind at the moment, but we'll see. Anyways, I basically started doing immersion at the very start of all this stuff. Now, I don't want to say like the exact words because sometimes YouTube throws a fit over that, but anyways, I remember reading all these posts on stuff like the AJATT website and watching videos of people talking about doing immersion, where they're wearing headphones around campus and stuff like this. And kind of, I guess, like maybe a little jealous of some of those experiences. And maybe I'm a little excited about getting to have those experiences myself. Not necessarily those experiences in themselves, but kind of like maybe building back a routine um, about immersion. Um, yeah, so like at home, since like for me at least, since I'm in one place all day, it's kind of hard for me to create and maintain routines. Like, you know, separating out work and play is more of like all right, I'm deciding this time is when I'm doing something versus something else. If you're having to go somewhere and be somewhere at a certain time, it's kind of like these routines spontaneously create themselves around where you have to be and when you have to be there. Um, so I know some people, they really enjoy being able to have the freedom to kind of decide for themselves. But personally, I think I like having um, certain responsibilities about where I have to be and like when I have to like be out the door at home. Uh, I find those things, while they can be sometimes annoying, they, for me, allow you to kind of create um, activities around them. Like, if I have to be out the door at 9, I got to be up by, at the latest 8:30 if I don't want to shower. But like usually I'll be up at 8 or something and I'll shower and I'll have breakfast and I'll have coffee and you can have these routines around those activities. Yeah, the ones I find the easiest to maintain are based around like some sort of movement, like a commute. So, you know, I would before I did immersion, I was still doing Anki and I would have to commute to school. And that was basically the time when I did most of my Anki. I would go on the bus and I had it all on my phone and I would just do a ton of Anki. I think this was also kind of um, before I did immersion, I had like some Japanese manga and I brought those with me and tried to read them as well. Um, but yeah, there's like routines of where I have to be. So I'd be another example is like, I know I have an hour break between classes, so I'm going to take that hour and I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to use that hour to study, or I'm going to use that hour to uh, go get lunch. Like for me, I like a little bit of, rigid structure, and then I work around those structures. When everything is kind of up to me, when everything is total freedom, I get to just, I can choose to go outside, I can choose to stay at home, I can choose to go on YouTube, I can choose to do whatever. Those choices sometimes feel a little overwhelming. And it's like um, limited options, I guess, for me feel like I have a little bit more control. I guess this is too comes down to like a creative process too. Um, I know that in a lot of creative endeavors, it's really hard to just have like a blank piece of paper or a blank slate and just create something. Usually you're working within, um, you know, a certain medium, like whether you're painting or you're drawing, or maybe you're creating a video, or maybe you're doing some sort of thing on Photoshop. When you have like unlimited choices, sometimes those choices can be, I guess, you freeze. You're like overwhelmed by the amount of choice. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is having set routines that I get to work around, and those set routines kind of create this spontaneous structure where I'm going to be on the bus, so I'm going to do Anki. I'm going to be at the library, so maybe I can read at that time. Yeah, maybe other people feel different, so I'm curious to hear if other people have had success creating good routines during this time. And maybe, what are you looking forward to going back? Um, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.